Hey YouTube, this is the Little Master L1234 with another deck video. Not necessarily a deck video or a deck profile, just my own experimentals. I don't like dueling, I like building decks, and if I like them, I play them, personally, as my main decks. Right now, everything's pretty much the same, so I'm looking towards the OCGs for a little bit more inspiration with the deck building. And currently, I was thinking of this one build that's actually really impressive and has been running really well in OCG. As you know, the agents were released in December, and Divine Punishment was released in December, and that card is broken. So, I was thinking of building a counter agent build. And, well, yeah, here it is. Hope you enjoy it, and yeah! The first card I will be talking about in this deck is Bountiful Artemis. Bountiful Artemis is run at 3. Essentially, it allows you to draw cards whenever either of the players activate counter cards. This is really impressive in this format because a lot of people run counters in this format. It really helps out, it allows you to thin out your deck quickly, and allows for a lot more options when it comes to playing style. Next card is 3 Harvest Angels of Wisdom. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 counter trap card from your graveyard to your hand. A Master of Hyperion. You can remove from play 1 agent monster from your side of the field, hand, or graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can remove from play 1 Light Fairy type monster from your graveyard to select 1 card on the field and destroy it. If you control a face-up Sanctuary of the Sky, you can use this effect twice. Next card is the only tuner in this deck, the Agent of Mystery Earth. But you can add 1 agent monster from your deck to your hand. If you have the Sanctuary of the Sky on the field, you can add a Master Hyperion to your hand. You only really use it to bring your wonders to your hand. Agents of Wonder, Jupiter. This card is an 1800 attack, 1000 defense beater, level 4, light fairy monster. Once per turn, you can remove from play 1 agent monster from your graveyard, most likely your Earth, just for easier synchroing options. To select 1 face-up light fairy monster on the field you control. It gains 800 attack. That's just pretty much good side effect, but it's not really the main point of it. The main point of it is that once per turn, if you have the Sanctuary of the Sky on the field, you can discard 1 fairy type monster from your hands and select 1 of your remove from play light fairy type monsters and special summon it. This is any fairy type monster. So it really helps because you can replay a lot of your other cards. The Soul of Purity and Lights, one of the old school cards, but really has great play in this deck. You remove from play 2 light monsters from your graveyard to summon it, and during your opponent's battle phase, your opponent loses 300 attack. They're monsters. Pretty much allows you to take away cards from your graveyard. It's very impressive. It just pretty much removes from play cards. Honest, it's a staple in any light deck, especially fairies, because you can replay off of it. Zeradius, the Herald of Heaven. Pretty much, you pitch it to bring Sanctuary of the Sky to your hand, and if you don't have a Sanctuary of the Sky on the field, it's destroyed. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good play. It holds off on its own, and most of the time you will have a Sanctuary of the Sky on the field, and you can just reborn this guy with any of your other cards. So it's a 2100 beater at most of the time. To Athena. Athena is never really summoned. It is simply pitched and then special summoned. It is really impressive with the Agent of Wonder and Master Hyperion. If you keep it in your graveyard, when Vandalgian comes out with by negating an effect with Divine Punishment, you special summon Athena, they take 600 for a summon, and then you start going off. You can special summon any fairy monster that you want, and pretty much go off easily. Next up is the big hitter of this deck, Vandalgian the Dark Dragon Lord. Since you run Divine Punishment, you can use any of its effects any of the time because Divine Punishment negates spells, traps, and monster effects without any problem. You can special summon this card from your hand. If you negated a spell card, you inflict 1500 damage. If it negated a trap card, you can select and destroy one card on your opponent's side of the field. If it negated an effect monster's effect, you can select one monster in your graveyard and special summon it. This allows you to replay Master Hyperion. If you're running the Athena build, replays Athena. It lets you replay any of your still in graveyard fairy type monsters. Gorz, Emissary of Darkness. You always want just some backup protection. Now onto the spell cards. Sanctuary of the Sky, the main card in this deck. Pretty much any battle that happens between a monster and a fairy type monster, the controller of the fairy type monster takes no battle damage. Book of Moon is good anti-meta play, and this deck, since its counter fairy is kind of anti-meta. Cold Wave, staple, controls the field. Dark Hole, staple, controls the field. Giant Grenade, controls the field. Monster Reborn, just to replay off of some of your monsters. MST, broken. Bottomless, double, of course, broken. Divine Punishment, the main counter card of this deck. Activate only if the Sanctuary of the Sky is on the field. Negate the activation of your opponent's spells, trap, or monster effects, and destroy the card. It lets you play off a lot of plays. It just keeps everything running smoothly. Double Dark Bribe for everything else. Solemn Judgment to negate summons because Divine Punishment can't negate summons. Light of Judgment, really impressive card. What you do is discard one light monster in your hand while Sanctuary Sky is on the field, and then you get to either select one card on your opponent's side of the field or one card in their hand and send that card to the graveyard. Either way, you get to look at their hand, which allows you to make better plays because now you know exactly what they have. So it's pretty much a good play. And really, discarding one light monster isn't that big of a deal in this deck particularly, because all you're going to do is reborn it instantly. So, or just remove it from play for easy fodder. It's broken. I like it. Beckoning Light, it's good recycle just in case something happens. Mirror Force and Return from the Different Dimension. You can go for game really easily with it. Broken. Right, so that's the deck. If you like it, please rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any suggestions, since this deck hasn't even been built yet, I'm just bringing it up. Comment in the bottom. PM me if you have any ideas, and any suggestions and support for it will be most appreciated. Anyway, so it's the Little Master, LL1234, and peace.